time traveling can't be real, so.
Says who? Time traveling's totally real.
I'll believe in the Maya gets, like, spirit channel somebody dead, but I won't believe time traveling.
Is that a blimp?
I'm not completely heartless. I'll even throw that time machine you cherish so much overboard with you.
Please take me back. Back to that blissful moment.
So time travel's not real, huh?
For a second.
Milady. It actually really worked.
You sure time travel's not real?
I'm throwing this game out the window. I'm glad I didn't buy a copy.
Hey, this is a fictional reality compared to one. They can make whatever they want real. I mean, spirit channeling's not real in our world, and you seem to have no problem with that.
Problem with that because at least it doesn't involve the fourth dimension. Okay, let me make sure I got this straight. When your magic panties appear, I do a backflip into a handstand and blow out the candle? What?
What?
No, Athena, you got it all wrong. You do a backflip through the ring of fire while holding the candle in your mouth. There's no way I'll ever be able to do that. Sure you can. I can believe in you, Athena.
Trucy, what are you and Athena up to?
Athena's agreed to be a part-time performer in my magic show. Say no to some extra cash, but I probably should have thought it out first. Now it's human cannibal this, guillotine that. It's not like I have 9 lives, you know.
You've made your bed, Athena. Now you've got to lie in it.
No, I'm too young to be taking out a life insurance policy already.
Why are we doing intros here? My name is Phoenix Wright. I'm the head of this law office.
And since when did you become the head of this office, Daddy?
Trucy,
I mean, who exactly does all the cleaning, accounting, and scheduling around here, huh?
you've got me there, Trucy. This is Trucy Wright. She's my adopted daughter and a magician.
And I'm Athena Sykes, the rising star lawyer of the Right to Anything Agency.
Or rather, the rising star assistant to Trucy, I mean.
If I don't get back into the courtroom soon, I'm going to forget everything I ever learned.
Speaking of the courtroom, we haven't exactly had any clients lately, have we? You would think, like I assumed that timeline-wise this is after all the Karine stuff. You think they would become the most notable lawyers in the country, and like everyone would be coming to them for the cases.
They should go to Apollo's land and do some.
Yeah, they should have all just stayed in Karine. Like, screw America. Business as slow as ever, huh, Nick? Is this Larry? Bet you made more money back when you played the piano. Hey, there he is.
Hey.
Yo, long time no see. Larry! I haven't seen you in years. What brings you here all of a sudden? Some big news. That's what. Okay.
Who's this guy, boss?
This is Larry Butts. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
Usually the butts.
He's, well, let's just say he's an old friend of mine. So Larry, what's the big deal you had to come and tell me in person? There's somebody I want you to meet. Hey, you can come in now. All right.
Whoa, already ready to be married. Well,
You want to
who's
do
doing the
her?
bride? Okay. How do you do?
Oh, hi.
That dress, is that a wedding dress? Yes, it is. My name is Ellen Wyatt. I'm a domestic servant, a maid of the Sprocket household. Sprocket, as in Sprocket Aviation? Yes, that's the one. Wow, Mr. Wright, Sprocket Aviation is a really big airline company. You've heard of Rayball Airlines, right? The one they call RAL for short?
Yeah, that does sound familiar.
Well, it's run by Sprocket Aviation.
I see. But what is the Sprocket family maid doing here in a wedding dress? So actually, we've decided to get married. Wait, what?
Thanks, Larry. Thank you.
So Larry's the groom.
That ain't gonna end well.
Oh boy.
So Larry's probably the defendant then, I'm assuming.
You what? I'm not so young anymore, you know? I figured it's time for me to finally settle down. What?
I don't believe him in the slightest.
You're getting married? No way. I don't believe it. Besides. What's someone as well and put together as her to someone as flaky as Larry? Savage, Phoenix. He's your friend. How could you say that about him?
We needed him to be honest, but not that honest.
You're kidding, right? Jealous. I don't blame you. She's but green's really not your color, you know? All right, Larry. Lay it on me. What are you showing me your attorney's badge for? Wait, are you saying you want me to take up your badge and hit it at the courtroom? Gosh, no. Absolutely not.
And can you hold up a second? I gotta talk to someone.
With U.S. Defense, you're liable to bring the whole courthouse down. Literally. All I want is one chance to defend someone in court. Objection. Hero walked away. No. Look what you walked away on.
What did I miss and why? Wait, did he just do that? Oh, Lord.
Objection. How dare you walk away at that perfect moment? How was that? Pretty good, huh? Ready to let me borrow your badge now? Just how awesome I am at pointing, right? I think I'm starting to be a natural. I'm starting to think I'm a natural. I'm not lending you my badge, and that's final. Besides, pointing isn't all that a lawyer does. Oh, pretty please. What do you gotta lose? My reputation, for one. Never should have shown him my badge. No, that was funny, Phoenix. Getting an objection pose from Larry, that's great. In all seriousness, Larry, are you really getting married? Not right away, but that's the plan. We're gonna elope, see? Like love on the run, I guess you could say. Isn't that right, Ellie? So the reason they're here is he wants Phoenix to legally marry them, so that way they don't have to have a literal wedding.
I
But
was thinking that.
Why is
honestly.
she wearing a wedding dress then? That's completely unnecessary.
I think he wants him to be like the binding force that does it, like the paperwork part. Larry, I do believe there's been a major misunderstanding here.
Okay, so Larry's not actually getting married. Okay. I'm pretty sure that he just completely misread the room.
My heart already belongs to another.
Huh?
Oh, poor guy. I'm in love with Soren.
Hey, Soren, flying.
Soren Misprocket? Something like that's his name? Not you.
Say what? That's about what I thought. But Ellie, baby, weren't you running away with me so we could get married?
As I said, you misunderstand. You said you'd help me escape. That's the only reason I'd ran away with you.
This is not happening. I even took off the police for you. And for what? That's it. If we can't be together, my life is over. I'm gonna end it all. How many times have we heard Larry say this over the years?
Look at that sprite.
Yeah. The anger mark just moving around his forehead. Wait, back up. Did you say you shook off the police? Yeah, we had to because we're lovers on the lam. Sorry, Miss Watt. But maybe you can fill me in on what's going on.
To tell the truth, I'm being pursued by the police as a murder suspect. Oh, okay.
So she's the suspect. There goes your theory. She can't be the killer. She's the suspect, right?
It's not the first time someone came in who did it.
This would be the second time that we would defend a guilt. Well, third time if you count Great Ace Attorney. We would defend a guilty party. Yeah, Matt on guard. You got Magnus McGilded, and that would be her. Murder? They think you killed someone?
I happened to find a dead body at my reception, so the suspicion fell onto me. They had me confined in a separate room. And that's when Larry came along and helped me escape.
You do realize that's a very bad look on you, right? Fleeing the scene of a crime when you're a suspect, that just makes you look even more guilty.
Yep.
Like, what's wrong with this woman?
Mind you, though, if time travel is real, she probably needed to change the future.
I'm sorry, but what? Oh, Nick. Me and Ellie were going to elope. We were going to put all on the line for true love. But the police tried to stop us, and so we had to scramble to shake them off. Where did it all go wrong? I feel a migraine coming on.
Please help me. The police are sure to be intensifying their search. Look, it's even on TV.
More news on a murder suspect and an unidentified man on the run from the police. Photo of the suspect, Ms. Ellen Watt, has been just released by the police. So what's to say that the 20-year-old is suspected of clubbing the victim. 25-year-old Thomas Gloomsbury to death in the wedding reception hall after her banquet. The two fugitives are said to be highly agitated and dangerous if you see them. You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, brother. I guess this means we're technically harboring a pair of fugitives here, huh?
Oh, Nick, what's the guy to do? Ellie dumped me hardcore.
That's the least of your problems, man.
I'm the one that should be crying. Haven't seen you in ages. Where have you been all this time? You mean you don't know? You really gotta stop living under a rock and get out more. I'm the hippest, hottest picture book author in the business. Larista Nim. Oh my gosh, what the heck is this?
I can't with this guy, man.
I referenced back to just Trials and Tribulations, at least.
Oh my lord.
Oh my god. What is these animations now? I can't believe you didn't know that I'm taking Picture Book World by storm.
But I know you. You're the one who wrote. Sorry. I can't do this. You're the one who wrote Franzie's Whippity Whip Trip, right?
What the heck is that title?
Francie's Whippity Whip Trip.
Now that you mention it, I think I did hear something about a one-hit wonder. One-hit wonder? What the heck, Nick? I'll have you know I created a brand new character to moderate acclaim. He's mildly popular with 18 to 24-year-old women everywhere. Look, you can see his cute self all over this jacket. What? Heart-shaped pork chop? He's not a pork chop. He's the main character in my latest picture book. The lovable little soul who pierces the hearts of lovers with his arrows of armor. Amor. Capiglet. Capiglet. What the heck? You can see this adorable fella makes his debut in Capiglet's lovey-dovey dog. In stores now. Are you sure? Because I've never seen that book in stores now or ever. Well, if you ever do see it, do me a favor and buy a copy or 10, will you? But I thought you were taking Picture Book World by storm. Anywho, you defend Ellie in court, right, buddy?
Please, I'm begging you. I didn't murder anyone. I swear I'm as clean as pure as this pure white cloth.
Oh, well, you did run away from the crime scene. You ran away from the police, so we do have to face those charges. No Cyclops. I guess it means she's telling the truth. Helping a fugitive on the run? What am I getting myself into?
There's actually one more thing I really need to tell you.
Oh?
You might find this hard to believe, but the truth is, I'm a time traveler. Oh, here we go.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
Series. After the wedding reception, I was attacked. I was moments away from my death. But then in that instant, I made a wish upon this pendant around my neck. And I went back in time to just before the reception started. Only this time around, the man who was trying to kill me was already dead. And somehow I became the suspect for his murder. It's as if history had been rewritten.
Now wait just a minute here. I don't understand. Are you saying... What's going on?
Mr. Wright, there are police cars outside.
Well, shocker. People probably saw them come here.
And not just one or two, but a whole bunch. Daddy, a whole squad of officers has the building surrounded.
What? This is the police. There is no escape. Drop your weapons and come out with your hands up. Nick, what do we do? Heck if I know. Phoenix, you should have, like, go surrender yourself. That's the best thing you can do right now.
It really is. I see a bunch of armed officers out there. 1, 2, 3. 44, 45. Wow. Talk about overkill.
Listen here, you criminals. Think about what you're putting your poor parents through. So this isn't how they raised you. Think about their smiling faces and their warm home-cooked meals. Who the heck are you? A detective? Now hold on.
Emma?
Hey, you can't go in there. It's too dangerous. Wait! Is everyone okay in here, Mr. Wright? Oh. Emma?
I'm sorry for all the commotion.
So what in the world's going on?
Well, I raced on as soon as I heard it over with Mr. Butts, who holed himself in here. With the murder suspect after he made off with her.
And the fleet of patrol cars?
The police are being extra careful. Because apparently, a certain somebody yelled out, "Stay back, I have a bomb."
Oh, so they're not here for us? Like, what's the bomb for?
I'm sure you guess who I'm talking about.
Ted Tony.
Larry. Larry.
Well, the police are being so persistent, I had to do something, so I tried bluffing. You know, like you do in court, Nick.
It's,
Please leave me out of this.
Well, Mr. Wright, I'm bringing this young lady in for questioning. So if you want to talk with her, you'll have to do it down at the detention center.
Suppose I should thank you for your thoughtful gift of trouble and mayhem, Larry. Because, you know, when something smells, it's usually
They should
the
be
butts.
taking him in too, right?
Yeah, they should be taking Larry in for a bomb threat, but, you know. Come on, Nick. We gotta get down to the detention center right away. Listen,
Thanks, Larry.
Larry. I haven't even decided whether I'm going to take on this case or not. But I know you will, because it's you.
Guess I've got no choice but to tag along and help them. What? And skip out on me? We've only just started practicing your repertoire, you know. Huh?
You better say practice was crucius, yeah. Ours has a promise, after all.
That's cold, boss. You gotta get me out of this. I can't take it anymore. Let's get practicing, Athena. Next up is some training for the water tank escape trick. Stick your hand in a bucket of water and hold your breath for 15 minutes. Beep! No, no, no! Stop, I'm begging you. Ah, she's getting away. You get back here, Athena.
Guess the only person cut out to be Trucy's assistant is Apollo. Well, guess we better get to the detention center and ask Miss White some questions. Especially about the whole time travel business she was talking about.
Still in a wedding dress.
Well, of course, they never let people change when they're taken to the detention center.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright.
Miss White, would you mind if I asked you a few questions? Nick's gonna defend you, Ellie. Isn't that great? Larry, I haven't told you I haven't decided yet.
And you should be behind bars, too. What? What? You're not going to take my case.
Why are you holding a frying pan? Where did you get the frying pan from?
I'm never gonna be happy.
What is this?
Her frying pan is getting full.
Her frying pan is a black hole for water. Tears. What the heck? Miss Wyatt? What the? Did I do something wrong?
Wah.
Miss Wyatt, please calm down.
I'm innocent, I tell you. But the police won't even believe me. And neither will anyone else. I'm gonna die all alone in a jail cell.
Alright, I'll do it. I'll take your case. Just please stop crying.
Really? You will?
The fact that Larry was the one that brought you to me and had me a little worried, but you don't seem like a killer to me.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Nick. I knew you'd come through. Did I really have a choice? Yes, Phoenix, you had a choice. You did not have to do that.
Choices were made, but not really good ones.
Guess not. I can't.
This animation.
I can't with this animation. Good lord. In any case, it doesn't seem like Miss White killed anyone. Plus, it's not like I'm up to my ears in work at the moment. Miss White, Ellen, let's do this together.
Wow. Oh, thank you, Mr. Right. Oh, yeah, was there no alternate endings?
There was no alternate ending, as I did look.
Wow.
It's so weird. There. It's going to be okay. Now, try to pull yourself together.
All right, just give me a moment. Oh my god. I'm truly grateful to you for taking on my defense, Mr. Wright.
Sure, no problem. Well, she literally pulled herself together.
Well, you know what you're presenting.
Dang it. There's nothing. Are you serious? Ellen, please tell me everything you can about the incident.
All right. It happened after the wedding reception. I was attacked by Mr. Gloomsbury.
Wasn't Gloomsbury the name of the victim in the news report? Maybe we'll listen to what she has to say first. So before I start asking questions. How dare a guy lay a hand on somebody else's blushing bride? What a creep! That's rich coming from you.
Who wanted to run away with one?
Do you have any idea why he'd attack you?
No, but...
But what?
Well, to tell the truth, Mr. Gloomsbury didn't seem very happy about me getting married.
Geez, jealous much? What a loser.
Right now, we're a love square, it seems. Mr. Gloomsbury had forced me onto a Vista deck and was going to push me off. Oh, how frightening it all was. I was just about to lose my life on what I should have been the happiest day of my life.
Plot twist, she got isekai'd into herself in another universe. That's where this all connects. She's from another universe. She got isekai'd into our universe, into herself, right before she got married. That's the answer.
Parallel universe theory. So that's why I made a wish upon this pendant.
That pendant?
Yes, it was a gift from my husband-to-be, Soren. He said it's a symbol of our love.
And so you made a wish on it?
Now, you may think what I'm about to say is very strange, but I beg dependent. Please take me back to that blissful moment. And you know what? It worked. It brought me back to just before the reception started.
So that's the time traveling thing you mentioned back at my office. I'm sorry, but I have to say, it's pretty unbelievable.
Unbelievable! I knew you'd never believe me.
Nick! Ellie has an honest-to-goodness time traveler. Objection!
Because we need this.
Don't you believe in your own client? The magic of that pendant sent her back in time before the creep could kill her.
But that doesn't even help her case. Because she would have had to change the future in order for him to get clubbed.
Mm-hmm. Sure, Larry, sure.
But it's really true, I tell you. This pendant is an important part of the time machine Soren made. I begged it for help, and it really did send me back in time.
She's listening to herself. So I'm guessing at this point Soren's going to be the killer.
Yeah.
See, it seems likely Soren's the killer. Like maybe there's some psychology manipulation he used on her.
Soren would be literally the only one who could probably detect that the time machine had to be used, and then might have did something. Or the time machine doesn't work. She was actually tossed off board, but was saved, and then he was clubbed after. Like a trick.
Yeah, her perception of time could have been messed with.
Yeah. I've even experienced a reception again, even though we already held it once before. And during it, everyone there acted as if nothing unusual was happening at all.
Could you not cook while we're talking, please? Alright, so when and how did you come under suspicion for murder?
Well, after the reception ended, the second reception, I mean, I went back to the reception hall and started cleaning up the place by myself. Why? You're a bride.
Hold on. Cleaning? Why were you cleaning on your own wedding day?
For my last task as a servant of the Sprocket household, I offered to take on preparation and cleanup of the reception banquet. It's your own banquet.
I see.
I started to move one of the decorative lanterns in that room. But it was so heavy, I lost control of it, causing it to topple over and break open. That's when I saw Mr. Gloomsbury's dead body inside the lantern. Oh,
really?
okay.
So it seems like she was set up to get put into that position. So you simply happened to be the first to discover the body, right?
That's right, I just came across it by accident. But I became confused and didn't know what to do. That's when some of my in-laws saw me and jumped to the conclusion that I had killed him.
So this Gloomsbury guy tried to kill Ellen, but then wound up dead himself after Ellen traveled back in time. Time machine and a magic pendant. Could any of this be possible? Ellie, why don't you tell Nick about the other thing, too? About that shadowy figure you saw when you were being attacked.
Yes, good idea, Larry.
So you and Larry here were never planning on getting married, right?
That's right, we only had a few brief interactions. Can't say I know him at all.
Oh, Ellie, how can you say that? You and me were bound by fate, I'm telling you. We were meant to be together.
What? What? You're wrong, Larry.
I've never been so right, baby. It's as plain as my goatee on my chin. Larry, don't make me send you to a timeout. Now, can you tell me about the groom, Ellen? What's he like?
His name is Soren Sprocket. Oh, he's the most wonderful man. He is truly my destiny.
Did you say Soren Sprocket? As in...
That's right, the next president of Sprocket Aviation.
Wait, he's in line to take over the company? He's nothing but a spoiled, rich spoiled brat. I'm clearly the better choice. Clearly.
Larry, you and Soren are as different as night and day. There's no comparison.
Ellie, you're breaking my achy-breaky heart. So she's marrying into money, huh?
I can't believe Soren chose me, a simple house servant. He's my knight in shining armor, my prince. Oh, my Soren.
So what's this shadowy figure you saw, Ellen?
It was when Mr. Gloomsbury was attacking me. Right after I made a wish upon this pendant, I started to pass out. But just then, just as I lost consciousness, I saw somebody strike Mr. Gloomsbury from behind.
So yeah, so someone's messed with her perception of time. So he died in this moment of attacking her. You did? Then that person must be the true culprit. Did you see who it was?
I'm afraid not.
Have you told anybody else about this?
I told some of my in-laws, but nobody took me seriously. They said it was all just a dream.
Can't exactly say I blame them. I mean, time travel? Larry, for my peace of mind, please tell me that figure wasn't you. Of course it wasn't. Guess I've asked all I can of her for now.
She's cleaning the window. Spick and span, spick and span.
Ellen, what are you doing?
I want to make everything clean and beautiful for when Soren comes. I can't have my future hubby come into a dirty room now, can I?
Aren't you technically married now? Because you said you were at the reception. I'm confused.
It has to be spotless, just like this white dress. Spick and span, spick and span.
Let's hope we can wipe away all suspicion from you soon, too. Nick, we better get to the crime scene right away. What? You're coming too? Of course I am. If I solve the crime and bring the true killer, my super solution skills, they might change your mind about me, you know? You never get the message, do you, Larry? Next stop, the mooring dock in Sprocket Park. Come on, Nick, let's go. So this is Sprocket Park. Where's the reception hall? Reception hall? Oh, Zaz. Wow, looky there. What? What is it? Larry. I just spotted a cute mamacita. Don't wait up, Nick. Hold on. Where's this reception hall? Sir, Nick and Miss gotta stop and smell the roses when they appear. I'm an artist after all. Oh, Miss, yo-ho!
Thanks.
I thought he was gonna take me to the crime scene. Ah, well. I'm sure he'll come slinking back when he inevitably gets rejected. Just take a quick look around until then.
Something broken there, bench. Sign too.
The sign's cracked. So that's very easily something that can be moved around and change the look of something. Wow, this thing's really banged up.
You looking at the sign? They say it got damaged by heavy winds yesterday. A big gust sent the bench flying into it. Well, that's what they're saying anyway.
I see. The wind caused that? More like a tornado.
The repair guy was saying, don't touch, it's dangerous.
I see. Thanks for a heads up. Poor guy. Looks like it was a lot of work. Yeah, this damaged map's gonna become important, right?
Yep.
So this bench hit the sign, huh? Hopefully it didn't hit a person too. That'd be catastrophic. I guess from now on, whenever I'm walking around outside, I better be on the lookout for unidentified flying furniture too. Wow, that huge airship is moored just this skinny little tower. I know it's tied down and all, but it still looks like a good breeze could send it flying. Wow, the airship is huge. Oops, didn't mean to say that out loud. I've only ever seen an airship like this up in the sky. I've got to say, they're mighty impressive when you see them up close like this. Hey, sorry about that. I actually thought you'd be back sooner. Didn't work out, huh? Lay off, man. I wasn't on my game today. So now that you're done, you mind telling me where the reception hall is already? What do you mean? It's right there in front of you. Huh? Right in front of... Wait. What does that say? Flying chapel? Do you mean to tell me? Yep, Ellie's reception was on that airship. Whoa, a sky-high reception hall? Yep, and that's where you'll find a crime scene. Man, not only does that airship fly through the sky, but the space-time continuum too. The happy couple's honeymoon got left far behind when it made that time skip, though. Here, check the airship out for yourself with this pamphlet. Okay, so you got 3 levels.
Are those elevators?
It looks like it.
I guess we have to know the difference between a cow and a bull.
Love is always in the air on the flying chapel. The only wedding venue sure to make your dreams take flight. After the ceremony out on the Vista deck, Sprocket Aviation majestic Pegamoo mascots will light up the happy couples from both sides of the sweetheart table.
I guess cows are now Pegasus for whatever goddamn reason.
By the way, I figured you used some backup, so I called in some help for you. Did? Yep. Should be here any minute now. Clavier? Nope, it's Edgeworth. That's an Edgeworth car right there. 100%. That red sports car. Larry, don't tell me you called. You know it, buddy. I trust you've been well, right? Wait, what? Okay, never mind.
Wait. Surprise now, admit it. That was a pretty good Mr. Edgeworth impression, wasn't it?
Maya, what are you doing here?
Larry called me up. He said something about finally being time for him to tie the old knot.
Maya. You can't trust Larry. You should know this.
That's funny. I'm pretty sure he mentioned something about being here with his bride. Poor guy sweating bullets.
Maya, I know it's lovely, but please marry me. Oh, good grief.
Oh god, she's gonna say no. Nick, what's Larry talking about?
He was dumped by his bride. Well, his imaginary bride, anyway.
Wow, poor Larry. That's a new low, even for him. But hey, imaginary girlfriend's never hurt anyone, right? More power to him.
This is Maya Fey. She's been abroad for her training as a spirit medium. Though not her training is over, she's back home here in the States.
That's right. The new and approved Maya Fey is on the scene. Spirit and girl power at the ready.
Hey, look at you, Maya. All grown up and cute as ever. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. If we ever got married, I miss out all the fun of always meeting someone new. You haven't changed a bit, Larry. There he is. Edgeworth, I figured that car belonged to you. But when did you become Maya's chauffeur? It's nothing like that. I just happened to run into her on road and picked her up. And by run into her, I mean she jumped in front of my car and I nearly ran her down. That sounds like a Maya thing to do. This is Miles Edgeworth. He's a friend of mine, and the district's chief prosecutor. I heard he's been busy lately. So what brings you here? Wait, don't tell me Larry called you up too. He did. However, I have business of my own here at the crime scene. Business? What kind of business? There doesn't seem to be any rust on that badge. But can the same be said for its owner? Of course, practically rust-proof. Let's hope you stay that way. Phoenix is rust-free. No worries, Pokegirl. Just so you know, right, I'm the lead prosecutor on this case. Oh?
Oh.
We're going against Edgeworth? I would have preferred Clavier, because, you know, Clavier is so much fun. But Edgeworth is fine. It just means we'll have to make sure some of the new characters Earl gets, because I have too many characters now.
Oh, we got Emma roving around, right? And the bride, and then...
Yeah, we'll see how it balances out. What? You? Yes. It appears we'll be standing on opposite ends of the battlefield this time around. So I'll be up against Edgeworth tomorrow. But I don't get it, Edgeworth. What about this case warrants the personal attention of the district's chief prosecutor? It's a bit complicated, to say the least. In what way? The groom is a member of the Sprockets, a family with immense influence. If his bride were to stand trial in court, it would sully the Sprocket name. So they tried to apply some pressure on the prosecutor's office. Pressure to set it amicably, you mean?
What do you mean, settling it amicably?
It means they're trying to sweep this whole thing under the rug.
Wow, Sprocket Aviation really has that much clout?
Yes, they have especially strong ties in both political and the judicial worlds. To the point where no one dares to oppose them. Don't tell me that includes you. Don't be ridiculous, right? It's quite the opposite. The prosecutor's office is filled with cowards, as I found out. Every last one of my subordinates would loathe to prosecute a Sprocket.
So that's why you decided to take on the case yourself, right?
That's right. I will personally see to it that the justice is served. I always prosecute to the utmost of my abilities, regardless of who I'm up against. For that is part of my creed. Nothing and no one can sway me from that, not even the almighty Sprockets. Right. They think they can use their influence to bend the truth. They'll have another thing coming. You know, I almost feel sorry for them. They were only trying to protect their interests. But all they got instead was you. Iggy, come on, man. How can you prosecute my poor sweet Ellie? What a heartless jerk you are you. I was simply doing my job. And I'm warning you, right? I won't hold back. Not for you or anyone else. Thanks for the warning, your righteousness. So how's it going, Mr. Chief Prosecutor? Busy as always, I presume? Of course. Unlike somebody who has too few clients and too much time on his hands.
Ouch.
Huh. Guess that explains why your brow is more furrowed than the last time I saw you. Maybe you should learn to relax a little, Edgeworth. Nice try, right? But as always, I have no intention of showing anyone any mercy. Including you. As inflexible as ever, I see. Besides, I think I've mellowed out a bit with age. So if anything, those furrows should I have smoothed out a little as well. Honestly, Edgeworth, are you really that blind to yourself? Excuse me.
He's really self-conscious about those lines, isn't he?
Edgeworth, about this incident. Don't forget, right, I'm the prosecutor for this case. Need to remind you that I'm not in the habit of sharing information with my adversaries. No, I guess we are adversaries for now. And you, Larry. Me? I'd like you to come with me. You have a lot to answer for after the stunt you pulled with the suspect. But Itchy, we're old pals, aren't we? Personal appeals won't work on me, Larry. Now come along. Nick, help me out here.
I guess we lost Larry and gained Maya.
Is that really a good thing, though?
Is it just me, or is Mr. Edgeworth as relentless as ever?
Yeah, I guess some things never changed. So much for mellowing out.
Well, Nick, we better hop to it, too.
Hop to what?
To get in the crime scene, of course. What else? been a long time since you and I teamed up like this. This is gonna be fun.
Fun? Huh? It has been a long time though since we were last together like this. All right, to the crime scene then.
Yeah, and away we go.
Phoenix's poor motion sickness. Think he's forgetting about that?
Oh, looks like... So that person was in that, I'm assuming?
Uh-huh.
He said he... Chilling in a lantern, huh? Another cog right there.
What's that doing there?
Looks like a cog or a valve.
So this is the reception hall.
According to the pamphlet, we're right here. Right up top.
Yikes. Pretty high up. But at least we're indoors, so it doesn't seem so bad.
Oh, look, Nook. It's Emma. Hey, Emma, over here. Mr. Wright, Maya. Does this mean you've taken the case?
Yeah, that's how things kind of turned out. So do you mind if we take a look around?
Be my guest. We're pretty much wrapped up in our investigation. So go right ahead.
That's a good chance to find out more about the case from Emma, too.
Is there something I could do to help you with that?
Actually, I was hoping it would help me move my investigation along. Okay, it's nothing. Wanna try some snackos? It was interesting. I think her
thought-
perception of time has been messed with.
Same here. Like, I honestly was going to throw the game away if they were making time travel solid.
Edgeworth wouldn't tell us anything about the case. So you think you could give us a rundown?
Well, seeing as he's going to be prosecuting, I expect him to be tight-lipped about it. The incident occurred yesterday, on September 20th. It happened after the wedding reception, which lasted from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
7 p.m. to 10 p.m., huh? Got it. By the way, you didn't hear about any time traveling or anything, did you?
Time traveling? What do you mean?
Well, nothing. Forget it. It's pretty much the response I expected.
The victim's name is Dumas Gloomsbury. He was a servant in the Sprocket family household.
Ellen was a maid for that family as well, so that means the two of them were co-workers?
Yes, they apparently knew each other. Mr. Gloomsbury was the lead servant, after all. He was very serious about his work, but he was also a very closed and private man. So no, the other servants called him Mr. Doom and Gloom behind his back.
If he was the lead servant, he must have been higher ranked than Ellen. What makes the police think Ellen killed this man, a guy who's essentially her boss?
We don't know the defendant's motive yet. But the circumstances surrounding the discovery of the body don't bode well for her.
And what circumstances are these exactly?
Well, some of her in-laws say what looked like an immediate aftermath of the murder. The suspect was standing in front of the body with the murder weapon still in her hands.
But why would a bride, who's just about to start a happy new life, kill someone? Do the police have an explanation for that?
Yeah, about that. They believe the victim attacked the suspect and was killed when she fought back.
So it's not murder, it's self-defense. Why are you calling it a murder? that description fits self-defense so clearly. But why did he attack her to begin with?
Well, a mere servant girl was going to suddenly be wife of the future president. Mr. Gloomsbury must have been more than just a little jealous of her. So, this Mr. Doom and Gloom attacked Ellen first? But she was only trying to protect herself. Wouldn't that count just as justified self-defense on her part, Nick?
Yep. It would. There's a good chance she'd be acquitted if we could prove that, but... Wonder what Edgeworth will have up his sleeve to counter that claim.
But wow, a servant girl marrying the future president of such a huge company. It sounds like a modern-day fairy tale. It does, doesn't it? The thing is, not everyone was on board with their union, apparently.
So what was the murder weapon, Emma?
Frying pan? Oh, okay. Wow, a clock! Gee, I wonder. This clock with a secret mechanism built into it was a display here in the reception hall. The suspect was holding it when the murder was discovered.
So a victim was clubbed to death with this, huh? That's funny. There's no blood on it as far as I can tell.
Maybe it was wiped off in an attempt to tamper with the evidence.
Well, let's do a luminol test.
But there were definitely luminol reaction. Oh, there
Okay.
you go. And it matches up with the shape of the injury, so it's got to be the murder weapon. What a funny-looking clock. They call it the timekeeper. The idea is that it's a time machine. Every time the couple sees it, it'll bring them back to the memory of their wedding day.
Time machine, huh? Come to think of it. Well, it said her pen was part of a time machine. Wonder how the secret mechanism in the thing works.
The suspect never had any family or relatives to depend on. So she was working as a live-in maid for the Sprocket family to support herself.
So a maid with no family or fortune was set to marry the president's son, huh? Guess it's not surprising that ruffled a feather or two.
Yes, apparently the groom's parents and all of his other relatives were strongly opposed. But that didn't stop the young couple from deciding to go ahead with their wedding. Love flourishes in the face of adversity.
Oh? Is that how it works?
Yep. If you ever have any questions about love, just ask me. I'm a qualified espion.
Uh-huh. Sure, Maya.
we believe you. I spent all of my spare time in Karine watching soap operas on TV.
I'm not sure that's enough to make you a qualified anything, Maya.
Oh, and by the way, I heard the suspect faced her fair share of harassment too. And from the sound of it, it got pretty ugly for her. Real Cinderella story, huh?
So even though this incident could cause a huge scandal for the company, it might be a boon for those who oppose their marriage to begin with. After all, with Ellen's arrest and everything, the marriage is most definitely off now.
Oh, okay.
This must be
Couple of light bulbs.
this must be the lantern the body was found in. Ellen managed to move it quite a ways. Looks like a cow, but it's pretty badly broken.
That's not a cow, Nick. That's Pegasus, the flying horse. Oh yeah, got that with blood on it.
No way. It's definitely a cow. It's got horns and everything.
But look, it has wings. Cows don't have wings. So it's Pegasus, I tell you.
Hmm.
Oh, I know, the pamphlet should tell us. Let's see. Apparently it's called the Pegamoo.
I did not see that coming.
Yet somehow the name really captures the essence of what the creature is, you know? Huh, that's strange.
What is?
Well, this Pegamoo is definitely a male Pegamoo, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. What was the horns and all?
Okay, well... The Pegamoo over there is also a Pegabull. But take a look at the pamphlet.
Did they get swapped?
See, the one on the right says Pegabull. But the other one says Pegacow, a female Pegamoo. Right. The pamphlet goes on to say how they have Pegamoons for the happy couple. So for Ellen's ceremony, there should have been a male and female pair of Pegamoon. But for some reason, there are two males here.
Sir. But for some reason, there are two males here.
Maybe somebody made a mistake when they were setting up the room.
It's hard to believe a fancy place like this would make that kind of blunder, though. In any case, we better check this thing out. Did this come from the lantern?
Ick, it's covered in blood.
We got there when the killer was putting the body in the lantern.
Can you imagine going to open a door and finding a knob covered in blood?
That'd be bloody awful, to say the least.
Got a letter.
So this is where the body was found. The first person to find it was Ellen. Emma, what can you tell me about the condition of the body when it was found?
Let's see. The victim was apparently hit on the back of the head.
Well, that already just... Well, that picture just disproved that it was her, right there.
Here's a photo of the scene as we found it.
If she hit him on the back of the head and she was being attacked by him, that'd be really weird.
His left hand is covered in lots of blood, too. So it's like he tried to open something or get away. And...
Hey, what's this? Grab Ellen when convenient, then send her off from the Vista deck.
Oh, let me take a look. Grab Ellen when convenient, and send her off from the Vista deck.
Looks like a note outlining the murder plot.
Whoever wrote this has better handwriting than me, but it looks like they wrote it in a rush.
Why do you say that?
Because the writing is only smudged starting from the middle of each line. That happens when a right-handed person with a slight hook writes it in a hurry. I do it sometimes myself when I'm not paying attention to where my hand is on the page.
Guess I'll take your word on that, Miss Bad Handwriting Expert.
Hey, even I don't smudge my handwriting this badly.
All right. Let's get back to the note.
That note was apparently written by the victim.
But why would he feel the need to write instructions to himself like this? Are you sure the victim wrote it?
I sometimes write a note to myself before I go shopping. Potatoes, carrots, onions, flour.
Maya, are you craving curry rice or something?
Whoops.
So Emma, where's this Vista deck the note mentions?
It's that heliport you see right outside the window over there.
So he planned on pushing
Okay.
Ellen from there? What a monster. What do you think this is, Maya?
It looks like a flower petal to me.
What an unusual shape for a flower petal. It's not a flower petal.
Do you suppose it's from one of the flowers here in the reception hall?
No, I don't see a single flower like this at any of the tables. Wonder where it came from. Guess that about does it for this lantern. We're not going to talk about the other gear thing over here. We're not talking about that? Wow.
I guess rotate, and maybe we'll find something.
It's a hot air balloon, a symbol of humanity's ambition to take to the skies. It's kind of a romantic notion, don't you think?
Yeah. But I just noticed that it doesn't seem to be tied up to the ceiling all that well.
I'm sure it's fine. Please don't let it fall on my head. It's a sweetheart table where the bride and groom sit.
Where they gorge themselves on wedding feast, you mean? I'd be too nervous to eat in front of a bunch of guests like this, though.
They say that newlyweds are usually really busy during the reception, you know. They have to greet and talk with all the guests that came to give their blessing. They don't actually get all that much time to enjoy their dinner.
I wouldn't be able to stand that. I can't imagine having a huge feast right in front of me and not being able to eat it.
Say brides tend to have especially hard time because of their wedding dresses. So those tight corsets squeezing their waist, they can barely eat a bite.
Really? It sounds like wedding receptions are absolute torture.
Guess food still wins over romance in Maya's book. This must be where the time machine was placed. I can't... Oh.
I can't believe such a beautiful memento was used for murder. It's just awful. Nick! We have to prove Ellen's innocence, no matter what it takes.
I agree. Can't let this go down as the saddest flying wedding reception in history. So that's the Vista deck out there.
I bet the view is amazing. But I guess it must also kind of freak you out, huh, Nick?
Yeah, kinda. Mostly because there's no surviving a fall from way up here.
Like an airplane on the right?
Wow, look at the horns on this flying bovine. It must be a bull. Seems he made it through the ceremony in one piece.
By the look of those wheels, I bet he can be rolled around rather easily, too.
It would be quite a hassle if you had to lift and carry him everywhere. And this is what the backside looks like. So one of the little dial things we saw over by the victim came from there. This is an extra one there.
But that's by the bottom of its tail, a wheel handle?
Oh, I get it. This way they can get inside and change the light bulbs.
Oh, there's one on the inside and out.
So you can't escape if you get trapped inside.
I see the way they left the wheel handle on the inside unpainted.
Guess I figured nobody will see it, well, why bother? Makes sense to cut costs where you can. Well, overall, can't say I see anything strange about this thing. Model airplane. Perfect decoration for an airline company wedding.
And a propeller plane that, like this, lends the room a great old-timey feel. Oh, I'd love to see the Steel Samurai fly a plane like this. Can you picture it? The Steel Samurai zipping through the clouds over Neo Tokyo?
If Sprocket Aviation ever becomes a sponsor of the show, I could see it happening.
Why didn't I think of that? I think I'll go suggest the idea to them later.
Please at least wait until the trial is over.
Oh, we got something in the back of the room there. I wonder what this partition is for.
I imagine people like the reception staff or entertainers use it. Probably wait behind it when they're on standby.
I see. With a partition this size, I bet they could even fit an elephant back there.
Not that any sane would. It's a fog machine. Wonder if they used it during the reception.
Oh! Hey, Nick, go stand over there for a sec.
Why?
Just because, now go.
Oh, alright. Got a bad feeling about this.
Fogmaster 9000! On!
Maya, no! Huh?
No fog produced. Nothing happened.
Looks like it won't work without some dry ice.
Darn it, all I wanted to do was surround you in a thick cloud of smoke. Another partition with another fog machine.
It's a fog machine for reception.
Pretty cool, huh?
Don't you dare touch it.
Spoil sport.
Because I know how you operate. It's one big partition screen. Industrial size, even.
I bet it caused an industrial-sized mess if it fell over.
And that's why you're not allowed to touch it, Maya.
What? Then who's gonna test how stable it is?
Just leave it alone. Please. Larry. Looks
I
like
can't deal with this guy.
a business card wallet. I wonder whose it is. Phoenix. Take one look and you tell me who that is.
That face looks awfully familiar.
Yes. Yes, it does. I guess I'll bring it to him later. Well, I guess it just about does it for the crime scene.
Hey, Nick. I want to see the rest of the airship. We might as well since we're here.
True. We might run into some of the people involved in the case. Oh, hi.
I guess I'll do him. Or her. Nick, how long has that guy been standing there?
I didn't even notice him until just now. Excuse me, are you with Sprocket Aviation? Huh?
Nick, he wrote something on that paper airplane.
Guess we're supposed to read it then? Can he not speak? Let's see here. Get out, intruders. Well, that was rather cold welcome.
Very cold. Mr. Reitmeyer, meet the lone son of the president of Sprocket Aviation. Soren Sprocket. Oh, that's him. Or to put it another way, the future president of Sprocket Aviation.
So he's Ellen's fiance? Oh, there he goes. Is he mute? Is he not able to speak?
Tough call. He could just be being silent, but... He's kind of an eccentric. I hear he's a genius inventor behind many of Sprocket Aviation's business successes.
An inventor, huh?
Yep, he even designed the airship.
That's pretty impressive.
Nick, this is no time to be standing around gawking. We have to go after him. We need to ask him some questions about Ellen.
Oh, right. Looks like he was heading outside.
The dock, I guess.